And welcome everyone here to Oswald Field on the campus of Heston College. Rusty Witcher alongside Jasmine Pancratz. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
And Phil Miller here in just a second. Hi, Philip.
How's it going, Russ?
Hey, we're here. We're good. We're going to have a lot of fun. Northern Oklahoma, Tonkawa in the house. The 5th-ranked Mavericks nationally, and they come in with some incredibly gaudy numbers, and we'll get to those in just a second. We'll go over the starting lineups and the 4 ways you guys can contact us. For NOCT Tonkawa, the Mavericks, Cade Marlette leads off things. He's batting first, playing left field. Right fielder Chris Cloud bats second. Joey Pena bats third, plays third base. Casey Harper is the DH, and he is batting fourth, cleanup. Eric Gutierrez, shortstop, bats fifth. Rhett Rutledge, second baseman, bats sixth for the Mavericks. Tanner Long, first baseman. If I remember right, Long hit about 3 or 4 home runs last year when they were up here playing, and he bats seventh, plays first base. Cale Francis, that is the catcher, batting eighth, and Christopher Perez rounds out the order. On the hill for Tonkawa is Trevin Michael. Defensively for the Lorks, Joel Ogletree in right, Cooper Morgan in center, Josh Stivers out there in right, Joel's in left, Bob Fujimara over there third base, Nick Platt and Logan Dragon up the middle, Kalen Haynes at first base, Deck behind the dish, and John Law on the hill today. And guys, the wind is blowing out. We're going to see some fireworks.
Yeah, this could be pretty bad. The wind's blowing out pretty hard, but straight to center field.
Cade Marlette stepping in, and Phil, you said he leads the team with 8 home runs. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Leadoff batter with 8 home runs. Hey, there are 4 ways to contact us. We want to hear from you. Use all 4. First way is you can send us a text at 620-217-1465 as John Law steps in the Marshall, working from the windup. And the first pitch is on the ground and through the hole on the left side for a base hit. First pitch swinging, and the first hit of the game by the Mavericks is a single. And the runner aboard. So send us a text, 620-217-1465. Drop us a line at golarks@heston.edu, GOLARKS at heston.edu. Jasmine.
Yes, you can live chat with me right under your YouTube browser there or to the right of it, however you have it set up, and that is the most convenient and easy way to contact us. Let us know who you're watching, where you're watching from, question, comments, anything really. We'd love to hear from you, or you can tweet at GoLarks, #FearTheNest, or at the Heston Baseball Team, and we'll be sure and find it, give you a like, and a shout out.
So this is Chris Cloud. Cloud takes ball 1 from John Law with Marlette over there at first base. That's on the ground and foul on the right side. I thought we had that figured out. We don't.
It's not as bad as it
It's not. You're right. It's definitely not as bad as we've got a little ground loop hum going through here. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, hey, that Northern Oklahoma bus might want to move.
It's backing.
It's going the wrong way.
It's backing into the danger zone.
It is. It's already in the danger zone.
Bunt showed and pulled back for a ball. He's gonna back into that little turn where more cars have disappeared off the end of that.
And put the windshield right in the way. So
there's a little turn out there,
bashed.
And he's gonna back into that, and that bus is gonna disappear.
What is he thinking?
I don't know. That's where it drains to. It's a swamp. That pitch misses outside. The count now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Is he gonna back up so far that there's no way that he can get hit?
He's trying to back down that.
I'm waiting for this kid to put one right into it.
Count is 3 balls, 1 strike here to Cloud, and the pitch missing downstairs. Ball 4, free pass issued. And that brings up Joey Pena.
So the Tonkawa being dangerous really early on here. Get their first 2 guys on.
Mavericks with... Yeah, what do you need?
What's their mascot?
The Mavericks.
Oh, there we go. What is a Maverick?
I believe it's some type of... Well, it's got a bowl on it, so it's a bowl of some type.
Oh, okay. All right. Like a Maverick bowl type of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So Pena at bat, and that is through the hole on the right side.
A nice piece of hitting.
Josh Stivers coming up, letting the throw go. And they'll go to third base, and the runners move up, and the Tonkawa Mavericks are on the board with the RBI single by Pena. And that brings up
Yep.
Harper. And Phil, you said he was the guy that was leading the team with home runs, or second?
Yeah. He is second with 7 home runs. He's hitting .416 on the year, .509 on base, .708 slugging. It's a little bit scary line.
So runners at second and third here for the Mavericks. None away and a run across on a pair of hits.
I mean, there's a reason he's hitting cleanup and DH.
So John will work from the stretch. Curveball drops in for a strike. And the count 0-1.
That was a nice go pitch there by John.
The 0-1. Curveball, that's looped through the hit. And another run comes across as Harper singles. And not over swinging either. Just a good piece of hitting right there.
That's kind of the approach of the whole team so far.
Runs across already here in the top of the first. And runners at the corners for the Mavericks with Eric Gutierrez up. One walk and 3 singles. Gutierrez rips one out there, and that could go to center field. Cooper comes up. It'll be another base hit. And this is why Tonkawa comes in with such an impressive record here, as they are 25-2-1.
Yep.
Now, how they have a tie, I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't even.
How do you get a tie in
They
baseball?
were playing Northeast, and it was tied, so I'm not sure how you get a tie in baseball. Is Kyle Howell out to talk to John Law?
Yeah, John's just he's having a little bit of trouble so far. He left that one out over the plate. So yeah.
Rhett Rutledge coming to bat now for the Mavericks. 3 across, 2 on, and none out. Mavericks had a surprisingly good follow. They had a crew.
They have a nice little contingent out there. That's not too far away though, Russ. It's about a 3-hour drive.
Not even that, I don't think.
No.
It's not even
Maybe
that.
2.
Maybe 2. Ryan Morrissey's parents are watching from Bettendorf, Iowa. Go Larks.
That's a good place right there, Bettendorf.
Phil, an Iowa native, to my
Yes.
left.
So
Bettendorf
unfortunate.
was
Thank you.
that is the nicest of the Quad Cities.
Quad cities?
Yeah, Quad Cities.
Take your word for it.
Well, you have Bettendorf, Davenport, Rock Island, and Moline, all right
I
there.
really
on the
hope I
Mississippi.
never, ever end up in Iowa.
I don't want you to end up in Iowa either. I don't want you there. You don't.
Big curve for John over to start
That
Rutledge
was a
off of
good
the stretch.
pitch. You wouldn't appreciate what Iowa has to offer, anyways.
Children, I'm going to send you to your rooms.
This is why you sat between the
That is
seniors.
exactly why I sat between the two of you today. Absolutely.
Yep. You had to keep us separated.
Uh-huh. The 0-1 coming up. That's tapped foul, and this is the first time a Northern hitter is behind 0-2 today.
Well, and I think Jonathan maybe just needed to settle down a little bit.
He's looking for a
thrown
ground
two solid
ball.
pitches. Yes.
He's looking for a ground ball here.
Get 2 outs on the board if they can.
4 singles and a walk here in the top of the first for Northern. That is shot to right field. That'll be a base hit. Could be extra bases towards the corner. And Rutledge is on his way to second. Rutledge slides in safely. Throw is offline just a little bit. And Rutledge drives in a run on the double.
Unfortunately, a good throw would have got him, but Rutledge hustling on that play.
Josh's throw just offline a little bit.
By the way, that was a very nice piece of hitting by Rutledge, too.
Oh, yeah. 0-2.
Jonathan actually threw a pretty decent pitch.
And this brings up Tanner Long. Long swinging in work gloves. And we've seen Long. I think he hit 3 home runs last year when they were up here. I remember that name.
Swinging in work gloves. Well, Long has 4 home runs and 30 RBI on the
That's
day.
hard hit on Platts at short. Platts only play it across the diamond to first, and the
There we
Larks
go.
get an out. Long gets an RBI on the ground out. And just like that, it's 5-0 Tonkawa.
The Larks are going to have their work cut out for them here.
Northern Oklahoma Tonkawa plays in that ridiculous region down there with Enid, Redlands, Carl Albert, Western Oklahoma State that usually has a very, very solid showing at the NJCAA World Series. That's a hard hit chopper. Logan Dryden off the hop. Comes across just in time over there. Kale Francis is retired on the first pitch he sees. And that brings up Christopher Perez with 2 outs.
A good job by Dryden over there, making sure that the runner stays at third. Knew he had a little bit of time to play with. Not much, but a
bats
little.
are going to have a lot to do today.
Yes, they've got some ground to make up. But with the wind blowing the way it is, anything could happen on it.
And it is blowing straight out to center and howling. John's curve stays outside.
And you got to wonder with the wind blowing like it is, if it affects John's pitches at all. If it moves it around a little bit, or
well, that curve definitely had some.
It did.
Some mojo on it as that one misses downstairs. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes.
I feel like we've seen worse wind than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, blowing in, but not blowing out like we're having today.
When it blows out, it's just a whole different ball game.
That one comes inside. Perez is hit, and that brings back up Marlett.
It's kind of like when the wind blows out at Wrigley. This just kind of weird feeling comes over everybody, and the ball can do some crazy stuff. Like, go out of the stadium.
This wind turns this ballpark into a bandbox real quickly.
Yes.
A wind blowing in turns this into a cavern, but a wind blowing out turns this into a slow pitch field.
Exactly.
There's a strike to Marlett.
At least when they built the field, they built it so center field is still 390 feet away, but with the wind blowing out, that's reachable.
Easily. The 0-1 coming up now. That one stays upstairs and count 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, you can text us 620-217-1465. Drop us a line, golarks@heston.edu. Tweet to us at golarks or live chat with Jasmine. She wants to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
She does.
The 1-1 coming up.
Except for Phil.
No, yeah, they don't want to talk to me.
And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Dynamite dropping, by the way, Jasmine.
Could feel the love up here.
Lots of love. All kinds of hearts up here in this press box. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike to Marlett. And he's really trying to tear up my scorebook right now. That's a tapper. That's foul on the left side.
Our scorebooks are ruined.
They could easily be ruined.
Yeah. Well, it's too late.
Well, it depends. I may sneak it up top to keep it
in there.
Keep it in line. Unless, of course, he gets on, in which case then our scorebook is ruined. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard for Cade Marlett. That one misses outside, and we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes with Cloud on deck. 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors, 1 walk, and 1 hit by pitch. And the payoff pitch, the 3-2 on the way. Curveball swing and a miss.
There we go. That was a good pitch.
And Marlett goes down, but 5 runs across for the Mavericks.
I'm going to use your scorebook trick.
Exactly right. Yeah.
To keep it clean.
Exactly right. In fact, I'll do a little bit of drawing here. We're back after this on the Lark Network.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M, Giga Maggies.
And welcome back here at Oswald Field. So funny story about these two teams last year. I don't know if you guys remember this. Head coach Kyle Howe was away having the birth of his son.
That's right.
And we were all set to go, ready to rock and roll with both teams here. And nobody showed up to umpire the game.
And you know, there was a lot of
Yeah, I
stuff
wasn't here
going
for
on.
that.
No one
funny.
showed up to umpire the game. Somehow it slipped through the cracks of the umpire scheduler. Not a fault of Heston, not a fault of Northern. It goes down to KJCC, the umpires. As
What did we do for that game?
they waited around. I handed my phone from Kyle to head coach Ryan Bay, and they ended up canceling it.
Oh.
You could have umped it, right? Called the game?
Sure, that strike zone would have been gigantic. This is Logan Dryden for the Larks.
Would that have made it official game?
No, I'm sure it would
Yeah,
have.
that somehow
The
would
2-0 on the way.
invalidated
Logan
it.
takes a strike here from Trevin Michael. Marlotte's out in left field. Perez in center. Cloud in right. Pena, Gutierrez, Rutledge. And Logan fouls one back and out of play. And Long across the infield from left to right. Francis is behind the dish. And Trevin Michael on the mound for the Mavericks. Logan Dryden, Josh Stivers, and Kalen Haynes all do upright here. And Logan takes a pitch inside. We're full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Larks trail 5-0. That's a tapper right up the middle. Slow roller. Could be trouble. Scooped up and not
There
in
we
time.
go.
Logan Dryden legs out the infield bouncer.
Love the love the legs there for Logan.
And
Race
Logan
down the line.
is aboard with a leadoff single
Yes.
for the Larks. That'll bring up Josh Stivers.
I think I'm gonna say that's an auspicious start for Heston.
Oh, what?
Auspicious start.
Define it, please.
Good, fortunate, foreshadowing,
Hmm.
that type of thing. You thought I didn't know what that meant, did you?
No, I was just curious as to what it meant.
That's a soft roller. Could be trouble deep in the hole. No one's going to be there.
Oh.
And Josh Stivers first pitch swinging. Another infield single for the Larks. And that brings up Kalen Haynes. And let me tell you guys, that bus is in some serious danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did it choose to park there?
That bus is in some serious danger.
Should someone
I
go
mean,
tell
Kalen
him?
has, he's got some power behind that bat.
Kalen could break that bus.
I don't want to see the bus get hit.
I do.
But I do
I
want to see
kind
the
of want
bus
to see
get hit.
I
Kalen
do.
hit the
I have
bus.
no doubt.
I mean, I do, but I don't.
2 out, none out
I
here
do,
for.
but I don't.
It's a nice bus,
It is a nice bus, but
but he parked it there.
parked in the danger zone. Michael working from the stretch now. Snaps the throw back. Logan's diving in.
Not a bad pickoff move.
So Kalen at bat. Might have the dirtiest hat on the team. We were talking about that the other day.
Does he get the dirty hat award?
He might get the dirty hat award.
I don't think that should be an award.
Oh no, that's an award.
I disagree.
Yeah.
That one, curveball, dances down in the dirt.
That is a badge of honor to have a very dirty hat.
Okay.
It's like your uniform should also be dirty. Your hat should also be.
That means you're
gross.
getting dirty, getting down to business, getting
Yep.
it done.
Getting sweaty, working hard.
Or you're just unnecessarily
Scrappy.
throwing yourself on the ground.
No,
There's that too.
that doesn't happen ever.
Kalen fouls one back over the press box.
I've never known a baseball player to just flop around in the dirt.
Jasmine's invited to Bettendorf, Iowa, anytime she would like to visit from Ryan's parents.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'll go.
See, there you go.
Now 1 ball, 1 strike to Kalen.
I was just salty because I'd never been invited to Iowa
Oh,
before.
okay. You need to get yourself a pork tenderloin sandwich up in Iowa. is what you
Okay,
need to do.
that's what I'll go for.
Yes.
Kalen, a hard hit ball that's pounded in the dirt. And foul. Kalen now has the count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See, We don't have like pork tenderloins down here in Kansas.
Doesn't
Yes,
it
we
snow
do.
a lot in Iowa?
Yes,
Isn't
we
it-
do.
Well, define a lot.
Isn't it cold quite a bit?
Define quite a bit.
Like, how many months
Every
of the
month
year
but
is
June.
it? Okay.
Every
So
month
yeah,
but June.
it is.
No.
I guess
No,
I'll
but one,
maybe
too.
not.
It can get really cold in the winter, and yeah, it snows some, but usually it'll melt.
That one goes right
There we
through
go.
Francis, and the runners move up 90 feet on the pass ball.
That is one thing I do love the winters down here because
Mm.
they're pretty nice.
Mild.
Yeah.
Sick of a mild winter. Give me snow any day. I know, Jasmine.
No.
I know, but come
Yeah,
on.
we need a little bit more
Nope,
snow,
nope,
but
nope.
not much more. Just enough to give you a change of season.
Okay, let's
move
talk
on.
about this though. So when that whole umpire situation happened, I was in Florida. That's why I was not here over spring break, and I came back really tan and really happy, and it has been miserable here. And I
Kaylin
didn't go
shoots
over
one foul
anywhere
towards the
over
tennis.
spring break.
The tennis courts.
So
Well, Kansas isn't supposed to be a
if you
spring
wonder
break
why I'm
destination.
grumpy and you see me on the sidewalk and I don't smile, it's because I'm thinking about how cold I am, and I'm miserable.
But aren't you
She's
from
on-
Kansas?
Yes, and it's usually not this cold late into the spring. It depends.
no.
Yeah, but it could go
Oh,
right
it
into.
snowed 2 years ago on Easter.
This
But
is-
last Easter it was nice.
This is spring in Kansas.
They
It could
count
be
now. 2 balls,
anything.
2 strikes. Kalen with a swing and a miss as he was not cheated. Not bring up
He was
Jeremy
not.
Deckinger.
Deck,
Kalen saw
also
that
known
bus.
as
And
Dad.
Deck has been swinging a hot bat lately.
yeah, Deck has got 2 home runs, 29 RBIs on the year.
One of those of the Grand Slam variety.
That's not too shabby.
Okay, if Deck doesn't make it in baseball though, he's gonna become like a professional rock band player.
Pretty sure Deck.
That's a fact.
I'm-
Like he is an
that a
expert
thing?
at the drums, the guitar, everything.
Deck
I-
shoots one foul.
I know there are professional esports. Do they do rock
Like
band?
I don't
Is that
know,
a-
but he should be.
Can
he,
you be a
it's-
competitor in that?
It's crazy, guys. I've never seen anything like it. His mod, he has his whole rock band set up, and everyone's in there playing all the time.
Nice.
And he'll
I
just
didn't know kids still played
destroy
that.
everybody. Well, they
can't own
didn't
one.
until Deck brought it back.
Deck fouls one back, aiming for the bus, and that's
Oh.
how to play in the count 0-2.
Oh my! Is that retro for you guys? Rock band? Is that like a retro gaming thing?
Why are you looking
not
at me?
really.
I'm
I'm looking at Jazz.
Like he has it on the Xbox, and like
Oh.
I played it on the Wii,
I feel so
and I feel
old.
like that's retro.
And the 0-2 coming up here.
It's kind of retro.
Oh man!
Not like
That one misses upstairs by Deck's eyes.
what's that Mario game?
Super Mario
Yeah.
Brothers.
Or
David,
what's that Mario
David
game?
Ladwick has that in his mod, but like the old one with the old.
The old Nintendo?
The-
Yeah,
one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Is that how you can play it on the TV and stuff still?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That one.
1-2.
Oh my goodness!
Deck
He has that. That's
swings
retro.
and misses, and he's out. Wow, now I feel old. Thanks. Appreciate you, Jazz.
I'm just saying.
I actually have that set up at home too. I bought a $20 Nintendo emulator that I can
Please
put.
don't tell me anymore. You're just giving me ammunition to
I
make
can
fun
put
of you.
actual cartridges in it. It's awesome.
That's cool. And the way that
And it plays on my TV.
You're
Yeah.
so old.
Yes.
John Law stepping in with 2 outs and 2 on. That one upstairs by Johnny Ballgame's eyes. The Marshall.
These headphones are suffocating my ears.
Well, stretch them out. They're
I'm
brand. They're
trying.
new.
I just don't
and-
want to break them.
Well, please don't. I mean, we just got those
I
fixed.
know. That's why I haven't tried stretching them out.
They're suffocating your. I haven't ever heard of
They're
that
like
before.
squeezing my head together.
There's a strike to the knees to John, and the
It's
count
like-
now 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's got clamping action over the
Yeah,
head.
that's a good word. Clamping my head.
The 1-1 coming up. John with a healthy cut misses, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes,
The Marshal was trying to get back all the runs on that one.
or at least 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh, my computer's so slow.
John hit 3 home runs the other day in one game.
I'd like to bring up his stats, but my computer will not scroll to his.
That one bouncing on the dirt. Good block by Francis, and the count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
How about I just use my iPad?
Sounds good to me.
Is that not? What is that tiny computer you have? What is that?
Oh, it's a piece of junk.
It's a
Ace.
Nintendo.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's an 8-bit computer.
John swings and misses, and
Oh,
Michael
man.
strikes out 3 Larks consecutively after giving up a pair of infield singles. We've played an inning. Larks trail 5-0 back after this.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places, and it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ. I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
And welcome back here to Oswald Field on the campus of Heston College. Rusty, Jasmine, and Phil holding things down here.
Trying to.
Hey, guys, I gotta say, it's a lot of fun with the three of us up here. I have a lot of fun.
Mostly me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Mostly Jazz, sure. Mostly Jazz.
When she says ridiculous things, it can be fun.
Mostly Jazz. Chris Cloud steps in. He drew a walk in that first inning as he takes a strike on the outer half from John Law.
According to the unappreciative baseball players, my comments are distracting and irrelevant.
What?
Yeah. They complain about me all the time. To my face. The audacity.
Your face.
They miss downstairs. John Law misses downstairs. They count 1 ball, 1 strike. Then you should not take any more pictures for them.
I'm planning on not doing it, except for the people who asked me to.
Swing and a miss as Cloud swung very hard and very through that pitch from Jonathan Law and went to his knees.
He was, yes.
He was aiming for the bus.
He wants to hit the bus.
That one too far outside and low.
Actually, not a bad location.
No, I would go there if I'm a pitcher.
Yes.
If I was a pitcher right now, I'd be really distracted by the smell.
Oh, yeah, that's actually...
That one skips away from deck.
Well,
yeah, I probably didn't do you guys a lot of favors then when I grilled on top of the dugout, did I?
No.
Okay.
Giving you the desk there,
I know.
Like,
I know.
Okay.
I'm immune, but I know. Count as 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're full here to Chris Cloud.
I still remember that smell.
That one too far outside, and Cloud aboard after the walk. He draws his second walk of the game. KT Gerald's and I are going to have a rub off at some point.
Yeah, when is that going to happen?
I will be the judge.
Jasmine.
Oh, Phil can be a judge too.
Phil?
Yeah, I've called judge.
I called making the board of judges, so
Wait,
just now approved.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
I called judge like a month and a half ago.
Joey Pena stepping in, and the count now 1 ball and no strikes. And Pena out the ground at Platts. Platts thinking too. Flips to Logan. Logan swings it over.
There we go.
And in time,
All right.
Bucks roll it up.
Nicely done.
6-4-3, the double play. And that'll bring up Casey Harper.
These stands are full.
I know, I like it. A lot of players, a lot of softball team members here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
women's soccer players
the Parks are here. The Laws are here.
Yeah, got to meet John Law's dad before the game.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was cool.
He came up and...
It's always a lot of fun to meet the
It
family,
is.
especially these 2-year players that come here. And
I do enjoy meeting the family
too.
members, and interacting, and that
Makes
type
it
of
fun.
thing. Yes. Well, and it puts a face to people we've been interacting
absolutely right. Curveball stays upstairs on the count. Now 2 balls, no strikes.
And then they invite you to stay at their house.
Okay,
and
that
they
hasn't
feed
with. That happened.
you,
No parents
and
done
then
that for us.
You
No,
get
what?
to meet their dogs. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
stayed with
Of course,
the Parks in Dallas.
we're grown men, so it might be a little weird.
True. Harper shoots one foul towards the old bullpen area. I don't mind meeting dogs, though. I'm a big dog guy.
I'm going to tell you, the Parks have the nicest
Yeah.
dogs ever. One of their dogs is named Ruby. RBI.
And the 2-1 coming up. Curveball
There we
inside,
go.
inner corner for the strike, and the count out even 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good pitch by Law.
So the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's at the John Law. John can't come up with it off the mound. Pouncing whips a throw over to Kalen in time.
Nice play by Law.
And the Larks holds NOC Tonkawa to no runs in the inning.
All right.
So we'll go to the bottom of the second. Larks trail 5-0. Back after this.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance, and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric in well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom.
And welcome back here to...
You guys are
wow, ouch, hurtful. Welcome back here to Oswald Field. Cooper Morgan to start things off for the Larks in the bottom of the first.
Is there a difference between Barry University and Barry College?
Probably.
Well, yeah, that's probably why they have the college.
Look up Barry Vikings.
Barry.
And why, Jasmine? Why are you looking up the Barry Vikings?
Because this is where...
That's a shot through the whole left side.
Oh, I missed it.
For Cooper. Sorry, go ahead and use...
I'll go watch it on instant replay.
No, you said who committed?
Dylan Choknick.
Dylan committed to Barry College. There it is, right there. Barry College Athletics, Vikings.
Yeah.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
No.
All right. No?
Is that right? It says they played in Louisville.
Oh, okay. Joel Ogletree stepping in, and the lollipop throw over to keep Cooper close.
Interesting. Not really much
Where's
of a
this at?
throw. There's a strike.
Count.
Cut the corner.
1 strike to Joel.
No, I'm just confused.
Diving back in, keeping Cooper close over there.
Hey, Joel's hitting .344 on the year. 2 home runs. Not too shabby.
I'd like to see Joel swing the bat a little more.
Yeah.
He's about overdue at the dish. Fastball downstairs. And they count even at 1-1.
Mount Berry, Georgia.
Georgia. You were right.
You were right.
I was going to say.
Impressive.
I figured he'd go home. Ish.
Go Braves.
Makes sense.
No, go Braves.
And the 1-1 coming up.
Keep your affiliations out of here.
And that one fouled back into play.
Well,
except for mine. Unless I agree with you.
You have to keep your silly affiliations out of here, like KU and stuff.
Ooh, here's an interactive thing we could do.
Okay.
Let us know who you have winning the national championship.
Cooper picked off.
My goodness. I don't know about that one.
And Cooper is heading back to the dugout after being picked off.
Did you see that, Russ?
I know what to do. Instant replay.
Jasmine's gonna check it out.
The instant replay.
Curveball. Joel holds off. We could probably figure out a way to bring up instant replay at some point.
It's possible with the software.
Aw, Keegan, you didn't move the camera fast enough.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Joel. Curveball in there for strike 3. Joel frozen. 4th strikeout for Michael, and that'll bring up Noriki Fujimura, and we know him as Bob.
Bob.
Bob
Okay,
is hitting
but
429 on the
Does
year.
it bother anyone else how their helmets don't match their uniforms? Or is that
Nope.
just me?
What are you talking about?
Their helmets don't match their uniforms.
Whose?
What are they? The Mavericks?
Mavericks?
Yeah.
How?
Swing and a miss for.
Look, it's like
Bob.
a light, like soft red, and then that's like a bright red. I'm just saying.
As Bob fouls it back to the fence. What are you talking about?
They don't match
Yes,
their
they do.
uniforms. No, they don't.
And one.
They're different shades of
they
red.
might be a little bit
okay,
faded.
you know how sometimes we have different shades of like maroon as our
True.
logo stuff?
Well, we shouldn't.
Well, we do, you know,
Yeah.
on like our apparel
Or
and
K-State
whatnot.
wears different shades
like
of purple in their uniform.
your Lark right there doesn't match their uniforms.
That's because my Lark is older than those.
Okay, still, we have different colors depending on blah, blah, blah. Their hats don't match their uniforms or
What?
their helmets.
I'm
Believe
not-
me.
I'm not
Disagree
noticing.
with me.
That's fouled off of Bob and stays in the box. And they count riding 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think that hurt a little bit. I think he fouled it off his foot there pretty good. Yeah, that's
Bob,
not,
a little bit gimpy.
That's not going to feel good. Oh. I got something in my eye.
An eyeball.
How could my eyeball be in my eye?
What?
You're in your eye socket.
Yeah, not my eye.
Curveball stays inside. And they count 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's argue the semantics of this, Russ.
We can, absolutely. That'll drive those baseball players nuts. 3-2 on the way. Bob swings and misses. And that is the 5th strikeout through 2 innings for Michael.
Michael is pitching very well.
And we played 2. Larks trail 5-0 back after this.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a Lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
Match? They match.
Jeff, sorry, you're overruled here.
Yep.
Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Heston College BSN student. Learn more about the Heston College nursing program today.
It's different.
And welcome back here. Now, see, to Oswald Field, that is a matte finish. It's never going to be quite the same color.
Right.
Okay, but then they shouldn't have gotten that color.
But that's matte.
Because
That's
it
how it
doesn't
works.
match.
That's how it works.
Keegan.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Ha. They could have got black. They could have got white. They could have gotten gray.
At some point, you're supposed to respect your elders, young lady.
At some point, but not today. Like that. That's what it looks like. That color.
Curveball to start. Eric Gutierrez misses outside, and they count 0-1.
Honestly, I think it looks fine.
I thought it looked good,
I have
too.
no
I
problem
think it
with
looks
it.
fine, but not good.
The 0-1 on the way. Gutierrez fouls it back and out of play on the right side.
And you realize that their fans can hear everything we say, right?
I know. I'm
Okay.
just saying. They probably agree with me. They're probably like, wow, I never noticed that. And she's making an excellent point. Maybe we should talk to the coach about that.
Maybe they don't care.
That's true, too. Maybe they don't, but...
That one just misses outside, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Maybe they're happy to have helmets to
mentioning.
protect their heads from...
I am happy to have a helmet to protect
Yeah.
my dome. My overripe melon. The 1-2, too far outside, and we're even 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gutierrez.
Yeah.
He singled in a run in his first at-bat in the first.
What? Isn't this Rutledge?
Rutledge?
No, it is. It's Gutierrez.
Yeah, Gutierrez is up, and Gutierrez fouls it off. Pena hitting the grounded the double play.
Yep.
Harper grounded out.
My scorebook is all types of messed up.
Well, that's how it goes. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gutierrez. Rutledge is on deck, long to follow.
I'm not sure how I did that. Everything just shifted down one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one stays a little high, I'd guess. Mighty close.
Bit distracted between my computer that is not very good.
And the iPad?
Mm.
That one too high, and John Law surrenders a walk here in the third to Gutierrez.
And that's just, what is it, about 80% of the time when the first runner gets on? They score?
It was, I think it was 71.
That was for Division 1.
It might be 72, 73. I don't think it's quite 80%. On the ground, through the whole left side, base hit for Rutledge, first pitch swinging. Joel bobbles just a little bit. Runner taking second.
Yep.
And takes second on the bobble. So Gutierrez goes to third. Rutledge singles and takes second on the bobble. And they'll charge Joel with an error, I'm sure.
Most likely. Because he wouldn't have got second otherwise, so.
Tanner Long coming to bat, and I think that bus is in danger with Tanner Long up.
Well, his stats would suggest that is the case.
Runners at second and third for the Mavericks.
And if your recollection of last year is correct,
I remember the name, that's why.
He might like our ballpark.
That curve stays outside.
But the marshal needs to keep him from doing that.
Missing.
Is somebody's phone buzzing?
I think it's Jasmine's phone.
It's me.
She's popular. We're not, so it's cool.
It's fine. It's fine.
We count 2 balls, no strikes here to Long. A good hitter's count here.
We gotten any emails?
No, we haven't gotten any emails.
Of course not.
That one is a
There's
strike.
A good pitch.
And they count now 2 balls, 1 strike.
It crossed the zone because it was a curveball, just dropped right in there.
That's hit through the gap on the left side. Base hit for Long. 1 run comes in, and runners are at the corners. Another excellent piece of hitting by this very well-coached team that can hit the ball a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like they take a fairly disciplined approach to the plate.
They absolutely do.
I mean,
and this will bring up K.L. Francis.
They're not afraid to swing at the first pitch, first pitch, but they'll also be very patient if they have to. So it's got to be real tough to pitch these guys.
I can see that. Curveball, and that one's shot foul.
How did you sit in this spot for so long, Russ? You can't see like most of the left half of the field.
Well, I did a lot of moving, a lot of shifting. Kind of dig this view right here.
It's pretty nice.
Quick move back on the far side.
I mean, you're kind of almost directly in line with home plate in your spot, where I'm just a little bit off center.
The 0-1 on the way. On the ground at Bob. Bob
nice job.
Coming home.
Dead.
And a run down here. Now Bob comes back.
There we go.
And John comes up with a play, and the Larks get the lead runner.
Did you catch the order?
Yes, I did, actually.
It was 5-2.
5-2, 5-1 on the putout.
What?
Yep.
That's how you score that.
Yes, I know. I just don't know how you
knew what happened?
Stayed up to date with that.
You just have to remember how it went.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't remember how it went.
Did you hear me?
I did hear you.
You want to trade?
No.
Okay.
That one laid down, the bunt laid down, and the throw over in time.
Oh.
And
umpire took his time on that call.
Honestly, I thought he beat it out. I'm not gonna lie. I did think he beat it out.
That was pretty close. That's pretty close. And there's no such thing as a tie, so.
Nope.
I don't know what the argue is, but what's the argument here?
I don't know. I think he's arguing that he was safe.
But I know why managers do it, but at the same time, like, what's the point? You're not going to win. We don't have replay. Yeah. He's not going to change his mind.
Well, it's the same thing in any sport when you argue with the refs.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel a little bit better.
You just got to blow off some steam, I guess.
Like maybe what you said will stick in their mind and it'll keep them up late tonight.
So 2-away.
A good catcher will jabber with the umpire enough that he might actually get the umpire to change some of his calls later on. Because unnatural or unconscious biases can definitely play a role. Umpires think that they're being objective, but sometimes.
So Marlatt coming to bat.
But usually don't get a good response by arguing.
Runners at the corners. 1 run across, 2 outs here. In the top of the third.
They're not at the corners anymore. It's second and
second, third. Thank you.
Yeah.
Marlatt fouls it back.
Took a pretty decent cut at that.
He did.
So Marlatt has singled and struck out in his 2 at-bats so far.
I remember Tanner Long's name. That's on the ground. Ooh. Platts with a diving stop throw across. Scooped up and said he was saved. Kalen came off the bag.
Yep. Ugh.
Marlatt gets an infield single, a ribby to his credit.
It's definitely going to give him the single on that.
Platts made a diving stop out there. Great play.
Great play.
And I think Kalen did come off the bag there.
Yep. Well, the throw was just a little bit off.
A little wide, but
you can't fault Platten on that one.
No.
His effort was top-notch.
So Cloud coming to bat.
Mr. Cloud is hitting .390 on the year.
And he's officially 0 for 0 in this game with a pair of walks.
Yeah. And I didn't notice this before, but Russ, I think everybody that's in Tonko's lineup is hitting well over 300.
Seems that way. They've got a very dangerous lineup, as Cloud was not cheated on that swing.
No. And that's going to be playing against the Oklahoma competition. That's pretty tough.
Yes, in that incredibly tough region. Runner goes, and Larks concede the run, the stolen base, or they.
Which, by the way, if we ever want to get to nationals, Heston College, they will have to go through the team from that region that comes out. They don't have to do that anymore? That's the way it's been for decades.
No, yeah, I think they'd go to the district.
Yeah, the district is Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas. And even the Missouri teams have a tough time getting through Oklahoma.
Except that there won't be any Missouri teams anymore.
There's no more Missouri teams either?
That's right. Longview and Wentworth dumped baseball, and Longview is closing down baseball as well.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes.
What is the deal?
I don't know.
That's un-American.
I agree.
Where's their patriotic pride?
Counts 1-1.
I could see where that would happen, actually.
That one too far inside.
Why you got to hate on baseball, Jazz?
I'm not hating on baseball. I appreciate it way more than I used to. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
I no longer associate the words hate and boring with it.
Good.
I'm just saying that I could see where that would happen. It's not a cheap program to keep up.
No, that's true.
It's true. Because you got to maintain a field and things like that.
Yeah.
Walk issued. Cloud aboard for the third straight time on walks, and the bases are loaded for Joey Pena.
And these days, like when I played back in the day, we had basically uniform costs, a few bats and stuff like that. But gosh, now everybody has a bat.
You mean back in the 50s?
Yes.
Wow.
Everybody. How old do you think I am?
It's strong today.
Well,
I know I have a beard, but man.
okay,
I
would
played on this
you agree
field.
that beards make you look older, right? Anybody?
I don't necessarily think that.
Phil?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I think so too.
When I was a graduate student working with, I had this 10-year-old kid I was working with, and I had grown a beard, and he was like, "You're old," and I was like 25 or something, and I was like, "How old do you think I am?" He's like, 57.
It's impressive.
I was like, "Oh my goodness."
Joey Pena takes a
25
ball.
kid.
Well, I know mine will make me look older, but mine's gray, so that's how it goes. That's on the ground to Platts. Platts going to have to go bobble it, goes short
There
way
we go.
to Logan, and gets the out.
And that was Cloud, right?
That was Joey Pena. Cloud
That
drew a
was
walk. We've played 2.5 here. Northern Oklahoma 7, Larks 0. Back after this.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Hesston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Hesston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Hesston College BSN student. Learn more about the Hesston College nursing program today.
And welcome back to Oswald Field. Before we get to Nick Platton's at-bat, Jazz, you said you had someone in the live chat.
We have a live chat from Kevin and May Gerald's watching KT from Lubbock? How do you say that?
Lubbock,
Texas. Go
Lubbock.
Larks. And KT actually just messaged me from the training room, said he was listening in there. So
Nick fouls one back and out of play.
Well, KT, when are we going to do this rib cook-off, man?
Step up, KT.
Yeah.
When do you want to take? When do you want to take your beating?
And Jazz and I
Both
will be the
teams.
judges, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Do you want anybody
I
else?
think we need a third.
I think we need at least
Brad said he would.
Who's?
I
All right.
No, I think we're gonna. No, I think we need to find someone else who's not on the baseball team who can have a somewhat unbiased opinion.
Sid.
No.
No, that's biased.
No.
That's so biased. Yes, huh?
Yeah,
we
biased
can't-
towards
we can't
KT
say-
probably.
We can't say Dustin Gallion.
Kyle? He's on the baseball team.
That one's
What,
downstairs in the dirt in the count now. 2-2 to Nick.
Literally anybody in the community probably would.
Oh, I wish Roman's
jump at
dad
the
was
chance.
here. He could do it.
That one curves inside.
Dang.
Yeah.
Morgan could have done it.
Morgan could have done it for sure.
We can find somebody. I think we can find someone.
Oh yeah, this is not going to be hard.
The 3-2. That comes too
There
far
we
in,
go.
and Nick draws the walk and
Good job,
Platts is
Nick.
aboard.
Very patient.
Logan Dryden coming to bat.
KT said Rusty's ribs are overrated.
Ooh.
Phil, would you like to field that? I'll let you go ahead and handle that. That's a slow roller to you.
Has he had Rusty's ribs?
No.
Well, then how can you say that?
No.
Come at me, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. Logan Dryden step in. Logan hit a chopper infield hit. Logan fly a ball, but it'll tail and just get fouled.
Let's put it this way. I've been all over. I've had ribs in Texas and Kansas City and other places. Rusty's is going to match up with any of those.
Thank you.
Very favorably.
Thank you.
And we're talking about legendary barbecue places.
It's a quick throw over, and Platts dives back in safe.
That does it for a living. That's how they make their money. Rusty's will match up very well with theirs.
Thank you. The 0-1 coming up.
I wonder if Australia's tuning in.
What time is it?
Let me tell you.
Well, it's tomorrow over there, isn't it?
Yes, technically it is tomorrow.
They're crazy time travelers over there.
It is 4:23 a.m.
Probably not.
No.
The count. Well, hey, 1-1 now to Logan.
It's already Easter Sunday over there.
It is.
Probably some sunrise services about to happen.
That one misses outside. And the count now 2 balls, 1 strike here to Logan. Throw the doorstop away.
Right? This computer's like, ugh.
It blowed up.
It did.
That one too far out from Michael. And the count 3 balls, 1 strike to Logan.
Oh.
And Logan want to go through his signs real quick with something with head coach Kyle Howell. Count 3 balls and a strike here to Logan. Logan 1 for 1, singled, got all the way to third, but was stranded in the first inning.
I'd like to see him actually get around and score this time.
That stays upstairs.
There
Logan looks his way to first base. And the Larks now, with consecutive walks, have 2 runners on for Josh Stivers.
We will certainly take this. And those are the first walks that Michael's given up for the game here.
Yeah.
He'd been cruising right through this Larks lineup until these last 2 at-bats.
Keegan Cook is our cameraman. He's texting me wondering when he gets ribs. I got you. So Josh singled his first at-bat.
Does he have $20? That's what Russ charges.
For all the work he's done for us, he probably ought to get a slab for free, though, as much as he's done.
Hey, he gets paid for this, doesn't he?
Oh.
Minimum wage. I don't get paid at all.
That's more than me.
He could be a judge. Keegan will be a judge.
He could be a judge.
You want to be a judge in the rib off? Okay.
There we go. All right, we got 3 judges.
I think 5. 5's a good number for judges.
Whatever you guys want to feed. What are are we going to do sides too? Are we going to have
just
like
ribs.
potato salad?
No, this is not a meal. This is a judging rib.
I think we should have some sides.
Stivers shoots one towards the bus, but it'll be foul.
Make this a whole thing. Yeah.
I don't know.
Keegan agrees.
Keegan agrees.
Yeah. Jazz, what do you
my
think?
gosh, KT said Rusty's ribs are like a new movie that is overhyped and then it turns out to not be good.
Wow. The 0-1 is Josh swings through.
Oh boy, I do not feel safe.
Shots Does he realize what he's getting into?
Right.
That's just what I want to know.
Don't poke the bear, man.
Yeah. The 0-2 coming up.
Russell, bring it.
In a fairly large way.
You know who the real winners will be, though?
The judges.
Okay, but I've had both KT and Rusty's ribs already.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and let me just say,
and?
it's going to be a pretty tough decision.
You haven't had mine in a while.
See, now,
so.
I feel like
That's
KTs
true.
are overrated as well.
Jasmine and her roommate last year devoured a slab of ribs in about 3 minutes. That one down in the dirt skips away from the catcher and rolls over to the fence.
Oh,
and it goes
he was thinking
under.
about it. Nick was thinking about it.
Nick was thinking about it. Kalen got out of the way. Platts comes home. Logan moves up.
Yep.
They said it
Gets
did
a
get
base.
under.
Nicely done, fellas. So was that, say, wild pitch on that one, probably?
No, I think
pass ball.
I don't know how you'd score that to get the runner home.
It's a wild pitch all the way around.
I think I'm going to put UF.
Which is
under fence.
Under fence.
It's a new one. It's a new one.
That's a new.
Larks have a run. Josh at the bat. Chops one at the ground at third base. Pena checks the runner, throws across, and in time for the out. And Kalen coming to bat with a runner at third base, one away.
I'm going to say I'm not sure I've seen too many things like under the fence on wild pitch.
I know. Well, I'm starting System 17 scoring. This is System 18. I'll show you guys.
Yeah, right. All right, Kalen has another chance here. Struck out his last time up. Oh,
that skips away from Francis.
There we go.
And Logan comes home.
Yep. Finally gets home.
And the base is empty. But the Larks have two across. Kalen now.
Yeah.
Trying to start things off with one out and a one-ball count.
And Mr. Michael having a little bit of trouble here with his pitches all of a sudden.
That was a strike at the knees.
Didn't have any trouble with that one.
And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. Kalen, a shot out there to the gap. That is a line drive that's going to bounce off the fence over and over for a double.
That's a ground rule double.
A ground rule double. No,
that's a home run.
That's a line drive home run. I thought it was going to bounce out there. A line drive out of here.
We saw it bounce behind the fence.
Okay, so Kalen kills a ball out there. That ball got out of here in a hurry. I thought it was a line drive double.
That's one of the harder hit home runs I've ever seen here.
Kalen put a tattooing on that ball. I saw it bounce, but I didn't realize it was on the outside of the fence. And Kalen hits the first home run of the day.
Yeah, we saw it bounce on the other side. Wow. So he's got the first. We thought we were going to see a bunch of home runs, but we did not.
That one straight up for deck.
Nope.
And Michael comes underneath it, makes a play.
That's a second out.
And John Law coming to bat.
Mr. Law. He's got 3 home runs on the year.
All in the same game.
All in the same game.
John shoots one. That's a line drive. That's going to be a double to the corner.
There we go.
That is off the wall. That is off the wall, and John trots into second with the double. And the Lark Bats have awoken a little bit here. They've tacked up 3: a home run, a single, a double,
and 2 out of the last.
Excuse me, a home run, a double, and 2 walks.
I was going to say 2 out of the last 3 hitters have really hit it hard.
Cooper singled his first at bat. So things happening here. Yes. Fireworks.
Cooper has yet to hit a home run, so
Coop could be overdue.
He might be due. Or that's just the statistical trend will continue. You know.
And Cooper takes a pitch low from Michael for 1 ball.
I wonder how hard it is blowing now. It looks like there's a little bit of a breeze. We can't feel it since the...
No, it's howling.
It's at our back.
Which is kind of nice, not having dirt in the press box.
It is.
Cooper on the ground. Pena with a great stop. Throw across.
Wow.
And Pena, what a play. No, they said the ball was safe, and John Locke comes home.
Oh, my.
I thought Pena made a great play.
Pena did make a great play.
I mean, I'll give Pena all kinds of credit. That was a diving stop.
Yes.
John Law came home.
Pena made, no matter what, Pena made it.
That was an incredible play at third base from Pena.
I thought he made a great throw, too.
I did, too. Now the umpire's going to talk it over.
I think
Field ump said that he came off the bag.
Yes. I think that's got to be the call. That has to be the call.
I'm going to give, I mean, that was just a great play by Joey Pena, the freshman from Mustang, Oklahoma.
Safe.
And they say he was safe, so Cooper comes up with an infield single. John comes home, the 4th run scores.
When you saw when Cooper crossed the bag, he called himself safe because I think he saw that the foot got pulled.
And that brings up Joe Ogletree, but give credit to Joey Pena with a stop.
Oh, my.
Head coach Kyle Howells over the saying, man, you made a great diving stop and a throw across the body.
Yes.
That was a great play by Pena. Love seeing plays like that from any squad.
It's exciting when that stuff happens.
Joel struck out looking his first at bat.
And honestly,
Giggles takes a strike at the knees.
If he hadn't made that stop, we would have a guy on set. Cooper would be on second base right now. Maybe third.
The 0-1 coming up. Joel, base hit through the hole
There
left
we go.
side.
Oh, man, the Lark bats are all of
And
a
the
sudden.
Lark bats have come out of
They
slumber.
heard you, Rusty. You said they need to do work. They said challenge accepted.
And now that'll bring up Bob Fujimara. Noriki Fujimara, which is a lot of fun. I just like saying Noriki Fujimara. But they call him Bob.
He's got quite the batting average, 429.
He's actually been swinging a really good bat.
Leading the team with a 500 on base percentage.
So Bob does a lot of things to get on base.
Does everything that he can. No home runs yet, though, so, hey.
Wind kind of swirling out towards left center now, it looks like. And Bob shoots one foul off of Kyle.
Kyle okay over there?
I think so.
Never really want to see your coach get hit too hard.
You know who I'd like to see tuning in today? I'd like to see future head coach Tim Cole. If Tim was tuning in, I'd like to hear from him.
Mm-hmm.
Swing and a miss for Bob, but that gets away from Francis, and the runners move up.
But we will advance the runners.
On the pass ball.
All right, so we're getting sustained winds at about 14 miles an hour with gusts to 33.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. And the wind can shift, too, so
There's enough
sometimes it's
swirling.
out of the southeast, which I haven't felt that.
No,
so
I
I'm
don't think
not
it's
sure.
quite like that. I think it's straight.
But that's what it's saying.
It's lying.
Wrong. This app is wrong. I think that's just when the wind swirls, it might shift the thing around.
Bob takes a curve that stayed upstairs. They count now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think he thought I was going to hit him in the head.
I think he did too.
But it curved away, luckily.
Michael has a pretty good curve.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's one of those that you think it's coming straight for your head and then it bounces in the dirt.
Bob fouls one back.
I always hated facing pitchers that had pitches like that where it's like, oh, that's going to hit me in the hip. No, that's on the ground. Okay.
Jelly leg you a little bit, did they?
Yeah.
The 1-2 coming up.
Well, I was very susceptible to that.
That one skips away. A lot of curveballs here thrown to Bob. And the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bob's showing good patience, though.
Platt's on deck. He led the inning off with a walk.
Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Yeah, we're about to bat around here.
Swing and a miss. Bob goes down. But the Larks send 9 to the plate, scoring 4. We've played 3. Larks trail 7-4 back after this.
Give Michael some credit.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a Lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
And welcome back here to Oswald Field on the campus of Heston College. Rusty, Phil, and Jasmine, we're having fun like we always do. We'd like to have some more interaction with you guys, so drop us a line, send us a text, live chat with Jasmine. She's willing to answer all your questions today.
Most of them, depending on what they are. But no one's asked questions yet, so don't have to worry about it.
Let's get some stats on Mr. Sakia. All right, this is going to be Kintaro's 10th appearance on the year. He's pitched 9 innings, 4.82 ERA. He's got only 5 earned runs scored against him.
Kenny coming into pitch.
Yeah. So that'll do it for Marshall.
And we have Casey Harper, the dangerous Casey Harper, coming to bat.
Yes, Mr. Harper with 7 home runs, 28 RBIs, hitting .416.
Has a single and a ribby to his credit today so far.
Just
1 for 2.
Just fairly dangerous.
Looking for the multi-hit game.
Yeah.
And the first pitch, a breaking pitch, stays upstairs for a ball.
Whose phone's ringing?
Someone, not mine, but someone needs to answer that.
Get that phone.
And take it right off the rotary holder.
Yeah. Pick up that rotary phone there.
There's a pitch.
There's a good pitch.
Comes inside for a strike.
From Kenny.
Now they count 1-1 strike here to Harper. Harper grounded out in the second. We're in the fourth. Kenny is
left that out a little bit.
Stayed outside. That broke away from the hitter.
It did.
Almost like a screwball.
Yeah. Too bad it was a little high.
And the 2-1 coming up. That's a fly ball that's hit out there to Joel, who is parked perfectly.
Perfectly positioned.
And there's one out.
He had to take, what, a step?
And here, okay, Phil, are you ready for this?
Sure.
That is the first fly ball out for Northern today. Everything else has been groundouts.
Oh, my goodness.
Or strikeouts.
It is, isn't it?
Or groundouts. Actually groundouts. And 1 strikeout, yeah.
Wow. That just shows you the kind of hitters these guys are.
Put the ball in play.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. Kenny's breaking ball dances in, back door for a strike.
Yeah, caught the corner of the plate there.
And the 0-1 coming up.
KT says this rib battle can happen whenever. And also tell Rusty I throw a slider, not a curve. He always says curve.
Rusty says curve for
He's
anything
just
that
tearing you
bends.
apart.
He's poking the bear is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
He'll be in the training room getting bandaged after I'm done with him.
Ooh.
And the 0-2, that's a fly ball to center field. Coop on the charge and makes a play.
Now we've had 2 fly balls in a row.
And they'll bring up Rhett Rutledge.
Mr. Rutledge hitting .379 with a healthy on-base percentage of .550.
He singled, took second on an error. But then was caught in the rundown, the 5-2 to 5-1 rundown.
The one that Jazz has trouble scoring.
That's right.
Why do we always talk about my flaws?
Why do you always talk about my flaws?
Because you have more than me.
No.
You talk about mine first, so I feel like I have to expose yours.
I am in the middle. I told you this is why I'm sitting in the middle, and I'll be sitting in the middle from with you guys from here on out. The 2-0 at the knees for a strike, and again now 2 balls, 1 strike to Rutledge. Wind trying to swirl a little bit now.
It is.
Blowing out more towards left.
Look at that swirling around. The wind was blowing left and then it came
curved,
right.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
That one too far inside.
Yeah.
You know whose truck that is?
I do.
I do too.
Who is it?
That would be Phil's uncle.
Yep.
Oh. Man, you got me
Mr.
excited.
Yoder.
Count now 3 balls, 1 strike. On the ground, over the bag, in the corner, base hit. That's going to be extra bases for Rutledge.
Extra bases.
And it goes under the fence in the one hole it can, and Rutledge is aboard at second base.
Somehow
might have to get that fence taken care of because that's done it a second time out there second or third
Really?
time we've seen that. There's a slight little hole out there, and balls keep finding it in the corner.
It's interesting. It's such a weird place for balls to find every time, too.
So Tanner Long coming to bat. Now I'm going to go through the archives and figure out when Tanner Long batted here. But I remember seeing the name and seeing him hit the ball. Might have been the season before last, actually.
Really?
I think so.
How would he have redshirted last year?
Maybe,
then?
or injury. I don't know. And he takes a strike.
Today's the 30th, right?
Right.
Right. 31st.
31st?
Something like that.
Yeah, tomorrow is Easter and April Fool's Day.
It's Easter.
April Fools.
That one downstairs, and the count now 2 balls, no strikes, too long. Long, a fly ball. Cooper
should be caught.
Going
maybe?
back now.
Oh,
that ball started tailing away from Cooper, got up in the jet stream,
well, it kept
but
going.
Coop hangs on to it. Larks hold Tonkawa scoreless. We've played 3.5. Larks trail Mavericks 7-4. Back after this.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ. I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
It's one of those, yeah, but there's several of them. There's a Northern Oklahoma Enid and Northern Oklahoma
College.
Yeah, try Enid. Click
We're
on the
back,
Enid.
by the way.
And welcome back here to Oswald Field. On the campus of Heston College, Rusty and Phil and Jasmine.
I don't know. We played Enid here, too.
Yeah, I know we did.
Well, this is at...
Well, click the box score anyway. We can figure that out.
Yeah.
Nope.
There was a Tanner, but
No, that wasn't.
kid.
No,
Yeah.
I remember him hitting the ball. I remember this name and why it stands out. Maybe it was at home. I don't know. That bothers me, but I remember the name Tanner Long. So Nick Platten coming to bat here in the 4th. And Platts started things off in the 3rd with a walk. We're desperately trying to figure this out. And Platts pops it straight up. That could be trouble that's going to hang out there and get in the jet stream, and the right fielder comes on and makes a play. As Cloud comes underneath it.
That was a long, long run.
Rutledge gave chase and then peeled off, and then all of a sudden Cloud had to make a run, and he moved in.
He is a sophomore.
I remember the name, and I'm not sure why I remember that. I remember writing down that he hit home runs. My old scorebook's not in my bag. Otherwise, I'd check it out.
You'll have to run home between the game.
That one downstairs. And they count 2 balls, no strikes. As Logan at bat with 1 out. There's a strike in from the left-hander. This is Ethan Wilson pitching now. They snuck Wilson in. Wilson lefty. And Logan swings through the fastball. And the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Logan. You found it.
Well, this was at a different game, though. He didn't hit home runs.
That curveball stayed upstairs. When was this?
It was last year.
Don't you keep all your stats in one book or something?
Well, when you run out of a book, yeah. You have to change books. Payoff pitch to Logan. Logan, fly ball. And that is out over the head of the left fielder. Logan's going to run for a while. He's thinking 3. Logan.
He is.
On his way. Could be a play at the third base. Logan slipping in, sliding in. And he's safe. Logan with a triple.
Wow.
He flew.
Logan Dryden showing off the wheels and triples.
Wow.
To the deepest part of the Evan Oswald field.
And there you see why he's leading off.
Lost
That was some wheels, man.
And Logan flew around. He was thinking 3 off the bat.
He might need a helmet that fits better.
And that'll bring up Josh Stivers. Stivers.
Man, he's got
1 for
speed.
2.
That kid has some speed over there, man.
He looked like a little cloud of dust running around.
Big curveball stays upstairs from Wilson. So you did find it. Did he play for Tonkawa?
He played for Tonkawa last year.
Okay.
He didn't hit any home runs against us, though. I don't know what who you're thinking of, but it's not him.
Curveball
that was
drops in for a strike outside.
Wow.
That one
also
dances
a good
downstairs.
curve.
That stayed in the dirt. And the count now 2 balls, 1 strike to Josh. Josh 1 for 2, grounded out in the third, singled in the second, or in the first, excuse me. 2 low from Wilson, and the count 3 balls, 1 strikes to Stivers.
Yeah, this is Wilson's 11th appearance on the year. With a 3.1 ERA.
Fouls it back to the fence. We're full 3 balls, 2 strikes with Logan over there at third and 1 out. Lark's trailing by 3. Josh waits on the curve at Pena. Pena bobbles it, has some time, throws across, and just gets Josh by a step.
Pena playing a good third base over
Yes,
there.
he is.
Knock that down. That had to sting a little bit to knock that down with his chest that way.
Made that diving stop in the last inning.
Good strong throw here. So let's see what Kalen does here after that laser beam of a home run.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Curveball starts Kalen off with a strike. Not sure I'd want to hang a curve to Kalen at this point.
Nope. That looked pretty delicious. He must have been thinking
Something
fastball
else.
or something.
Count 0-1 now to the big man. Kalen chases the curveball, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, that curve's got a little bit more bite than it looks.
So Kalen behind now, 0-2. Wilson kind of the Craig Kimbrell bend over. Big curve comes in, hits Kalen on the head. And that curve just got away from Wilson. I mean, nothing absolutely intentional there by any means.
No,
just the curve just got away, and Kalen's a giant man anyway.
Well, and thank goodness that was a curveball. It's not going to hurt nearly as much as a fastball right in your ear. But I think that hit him pretty much on the top of the head. So way to wear that one.
If you're a basketball coach, you're thinking that if you put Tanner Long and Kalen in on the same game over there, you'd have a pretty good front court right there. A couple big gentlemen over there at first base that play first base.
Definitely.
That one fouled back to the fence. Logan trying to get in Wilson's head with a quick move home. This is Deck batting. Deck's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout.
Just a little distracting over there.
Logan trying to force Wilson into a balk, possibly.
Look like it.
Curveball is in there for a strike. Backdoor breaking ball to Deck.
But if I'm Wilson, I'm not going to worry too much about him unless he's actually going to steal home. 2 outs. You know, not going to worry too much about him over there.
Big curve stays too far outside. The Northern fans here thought it was a strike.
It wasn't even close.
It was pretty good. It dropped in pretty close, but I think it broke late, to be quite honest.
It was like
I think he had 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It looked fun.
Fastball, Deck pops it up. That'll stay in the yard. Long comes underneath and makes the play. Lark's strand a pair out there. We've played 4. Lark's trail. 7-4 back after this.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric and well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Heston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Heston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Heston College BSN student. Learn more about the Heston College nursing program.
And welcome back here to Oswald Field here. Cale Francis coming to bat here in the 5th for the Mavericks. And Kenny starts him off with a strike on the off speed. Kenny, the lefty, has some action up in the northern bullpen. That stays too far outside, that tailing away action.
Little screwball type action there.
I love that pitch.
That's an interesting pitch.
I love that pitch. Tailing away from a right-handed hitter.
You don't see a pitch with that kind of action on it too much.
That one is a strike on the outside half. Mark wants to come up and sit in here. He's more than welcome to. There's an extra chair.
There's an extra chair up here, Mark. You can get out of the wind.
The 1-2 on the way.
Yeah. Come on.
Now the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes for Francis. Big curve stays upstairs and outside. We're full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Haven't heard from anyone in a while.
No, yeah. Where are all the people?
Well, a lot of people are here.
That's true.
Well,
there
yeah,
are a
that's
lot
a good
of people
point.
here.
Yeah. It's a little wobbly. Oh, you can call us.
Swing and a miss, and Francis is retired on strikes.
Nice pitching by Kenny.
And that'll bring up Christopher Perez, the center fielder. who was hit by a pitch in the first and laid down a sacrifice bunt, so he's officially 0 for 0.
Yeah, has not had a plate appearance yet. Or not play. He's had a plate appearance. Has not had an at bat.
Right.
Get it right, man. Gosh.
It's like you remember this is baseball.
Yeah, right. Remember what sport we're talking about here?
Kenny starts him off with a strike. And the 0-1 coming up. There's a backdoor breaking ball from Kenny.
He's doing a great job of just nibbling on the edge of that plate over there.
Perez gave the umpire a smile. He agreed with it, I think. Possibly.
Or not. I don't know.
And the 0-2 on the way. Fouled back towards the campus activity center.
There is a lot of territory over there in right field. Wide open.
That one scooped down low.
Stays
low. Chase. Good dig by Deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curveball stays too far in that time, and the count now 2-2. So Kenny working. Oof, stays too far in again. Now the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Jazz, you still over there?
I'm here.
She's with us, kinda.
Haven't heard you talk for a while.
I'm kind of. It's almost 3. That means it's time for me to take a nap.
Is it nap time? Almost 3, as in it's 2:30.
Fly ball center field going back. Cooper though.
Still going.
Camping underneath it, making the play. Outfielders playing a lot deeper than they normally would today.
Definitely.
And Cooper showing why right there as he goes back and tracks it off of the body of Perez and makes a play.
I'm going to say the outfielders are kind of playing at major league depth.
Marlatt coming to bat here in the top of the 5th. Marlatt 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. A run, 2 for 3.
Well, look how deep Cooper is compared to where he normally would be. There's a lighter spot on the turf where the
they're back about 15, 20 feet
He's
easily.
way back there, which is good positioning right now.
Marlatt looks at a ball.
I'd say that's major league depth.
I think so.
It's kind of where you would play if you were in the pro ball.
I'll remember that.
Yep.
Marlatt fly ball center field. Coop.
And it's going to continue to go back.
Came in and then had to go back.
That wind gets really tricky.
It does. But 3 up, 3 down for Northern. First time they go quietly today. We're back after this on the Lark Network.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success. From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Everybody already got their haircut?
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a Lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M, Giga Maggies.
And welcome back here to Oswald Field. Chase Bridges coming into pitch here against Jonathan Law, as J. Law stayed in the designated hitter spot even after coming out of the game, which you kind of like there, because then you can keep John's bat in the lineup. Jazz, how many do we have watching right now?
20.
Okay, all right. So if you guys are out there watching, we know that there's 20 people watching. We want to hear from you guys. Tell us who you are, who you like, where you're watching from, as John Law fouls the first pitch back he sees of the fence. Questions, comments, feedback about the live stream. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Even questions about internet, we'll take those.
Yeah. Jasmine's out. Life advice. Jasmine likes to give
advice. Yeah,
she'll give life advice.
Jasmine can give life advice.
That's right.
Yeah.
John Law, fly ball, but that one just tails foul and skips off towards the soccer field, as there were 3 fans up there that had to duck for cover.
That's an interesting place to go watch a game. Not bad. A little bit in wind to be in your face, though.
A little bit. Count 0-2 to John. Strike 3, and John knew it.
He did. That was a good pitch.
It was a great pitch from Bridges. John goes down.
So this is Chase Bridges pitching?
Coop coming in. Coop's 2 for 2, pair of singles today. Coop fouls one back.
That hit the CAC. Wow.
Yeah, it did.
I haven't heard anything that hard for a while.
Resoundingly.
Yeah.
The 0-1 on the way.
It must have hit a certain spot of the CAC.
That pitch misses outside from Bridges, and the count now 1 ball and 1 strike here to Cooper. Coop fights one off, fouls it out of play, and the count 1-2.
Still can't believe nobody's hit that bus out there.
It's a little disappointing.
It is.
We've still got a lot of game to go.
It's true.
We have a whole nother one to go yet.
The 1-2 on the way.
That wind's supposed to stay blowing out of the north.
All day.
All day.
Good block by Francis to keep it down in front of him. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 delivery from Bridges. Strike 3, and that's the second time that Bridges has thrown that curveball for the strike. That brings up Joel Ogletree.
That's a pretty nasty pitch.
Very much so.
Yeah. Well, and Bridges, this is his 12th appearance on the year. He's got 18 strikeouts already. So not too shabby.
Yeah, that's work. That's getting it done.
Yeah.
Joel,
little
check swing, but it's fielded by Long. Throws over, and in time, and the Larks go quickly and quietly. 1, 2, 3 here in the 5th. We've played 5. Larks trail 7-4. Back after this.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do, and that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a Lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
Back here to Oswald Field. As Kenny coming out to work here in the 6th.
So he's getting his third inning of work in, huh?
Might as well.
Well, he's cruising. I'd let him go too.
Chris Cloud coming to bat. I think everybody's favorite HC volleyball player coming into the press box.
I think she's just mine.
Oh, she's just yours?
Just yours. That's it.
Jasmine's favorite HC volleyball player coming into the press box.
Nobody else
Kylie
likes
Redeman. I like Kylie. I've always liked Kylie.
I was going to say, like, I'm sure
Hi,
she's got
Kylie.
other people that...
I'm doing well. How are you? That one too far inside to Chris Cloud. Cloud has drawn 3 walks on the day. Has an on-base percentage of 1 trillion.
On-base percentage.
That one got through the fence. That ball went through the fence right here.
How often does that happen?
Never.
Yeah.
But our fence needs a little bit of work down here behind home plate.
It does. There's a hole right in the middle right here, too, that could be wired shut again. Looks like somebody's tried to do that with no success.
Count out 2 balls, no strikes here to Chris Cloud.
Wind
Time
blowing
call.
in the eyes. Yeah, that's not fun when the wind pops up, get some dust in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Feels pretty bad.
Especially if you have contacts.
Especially if you have contacts.
I don't have contacts. I
Yes.
wouldn't know.
I do. It's miserable.
I think you both do. Strike on the outer half from Kenny.
Well, right now we're wearing prescription sunglasses, so that helps. But
I don't have prescription sunglasses.
I do not have those.
they're awesome. I would recommend them to anybody.
Even if you don't have a prescription. Okay,
yeah,
I was
if
just
you
gonna,
need it.
might as well, with us. That's a little looper. That could be trouble.
That's
that will
his
drop
trouble.
in for
Yep.
a bleeding base hit. Thinking 2, and the throw pulls Platts off.
Goodness. A good throw.
And
would have been.
Cloud is aboard after the single.
I'm going to go single and throwing error on
I would agree with you there.
Stivers.
Cloud trying to get something going. That brings up Joey Pena. Pena going to win the Gold Glove today with all of his defensive plays. He's done a great job over there at third base.
I mean, and he's also a good hitter. 6 home runs, 39 RBI, 489 average. Yeah, 546 on base.
He is 1 for 3 in this one.
Slugging 837. Healthy.
Curveball drops in for a strike to Pena.
Just based on stats, I'd say Pena's probably the best hitter on the team.
Via the stat line?
Yeah, just based purely on stats.
Pena was trying to hit that back to Oklahoma.
He was.
And they
He's
count
like,
0-2.
I want to keep this baseball.
Oklahoma.
The best way to do that is to hit it back home.
Well, get it on the way home.
Yeah. Well, if he hits the bus with it.
Same thing.
That one comes inside, and Pena wears it as it was too high. And now there are 2 on. And none out here for Casey Harper. And the wind just picked up.
It did. It's getting a little gusty.
Chilly?
Yeah.
We're going to take care of that in the second game.
Yes, we will have heat up here
Hot chocolate?
after the game. Do you have hot chocolate?
No.
No, I think she was wanting us to go get her hot chocolate.
I don't know where
Yeah.
we can do that.
Quick
so
shop.
you can do that. Quick shop? That's in Newton.
What? Okay, well, I call all, gas stations quick shops.
Oh, well, they're not.
I'd never I'd never used a Casey's before I came to Heston.
And the largest one in 17 states is right over here by the interstate.
I know.
I think it's massive.
Little meeting coming out. Thomas Kellner heading out to talk things over with Kenny.
Really? The largest one in
17 states.
Really?
Yeah.
The one in Bethany, Missouri, I think is close, but I guess it's not as big.
That's what the people at Casey's said. It's the largest one.
Yeah,
in
no, I
17 states.
believe you.
I do
believe
too.
you.
I don't measure Casey's. I've never measured a
Well,
Casey's in my life.
And I guess, what are they talking about? Are they talking about, like, the grounds?
I think
Or are
it's
they
a
talking
square
about
footage
the store
of
itself?
The square footage of the store.
Because, Either way, it's a big place, and it's
from
pretty
what I
nice.
understand, it can seat up to 56 people in there.
That's
It
big.
is 80 degrees
It's
in
pretty
Lubbock,
nice in there,
Texas.
too.
In Lubbock?
Lubbock, Texas.
It's not 80 degrees
So I'm
here.
going to pack up my bags and head that way. Also, one of our listeners wants to know the history of Oswald Field, which I will research and get back to everyone in the second
The
game.
history of
because
Oswald.
I don't actually know.
And this one right here.
This,
Well,
yeah,
we know
the other one.
Well,
history.
okay, so I can tell you the history of this field.
I can tell you the history of this field.
Since I
there's
played it
another
its
one?
second year.
It was built in 1996, this
Yeah.
field was.
You said you didn't know anything.
And
Well,
I
I know
played
the
on it in the
field.
fall of '96.
Yes, and there were
rough.
17 blades of grass on the infield. I know, I counted.
And and there was 12 in the outfield.
Yeah.
I know because I played out there.
But it was built in 1996
Okay.
Yep.
or 1995, fall of 1995,
Yep,
because
it was-
we opened it in 1996.
And then I played on it the next year.
Yes, and when there was more grass.
Not much. The infield was beautiful at that point. By the time I got here, the infield was perfect.
Count now, 2 balls and 1 strike here to Harper.
I mean,
but originally this field was rested the other way. And if you get on Google Earth, and you have Google Earth, you can go back in time and Google Earth to 1991. You can actually see the ball field.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it was snow fence for the outside fence.
Right.
And the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. In fact, there was a little bit of in Google Earth, it dropped out kind of from right center to right field. It actually went back farther to right field than it did right center.
Of course it did.
But I played on that field in Babe Ruth, where the scoreboard is now was along the third base dugout. Harper
He was not cheated on that
no,
swing.
no, he was.
Oh my goodness. Well, and that would have been the field that my dad played on.
My dad played on.
You didn't play on it? Okay. My uncle didn't play on it, but and my sister watched games on it. So, but this is the field that I played on.
And I played on that field, but I watched games here and started grilling above the dugout.
Yes, then you started doing that.
I know.
So when did baseball start at Heston?
Oh, when did Heston start?
It was already there?
No.
When did intercollegiate athletics start at Heston?
I don't know.
That's what
I actually know that. I have to think about that a little bit. As Harper swings through the pitch from Kenny, and there's 1 away. There is actually an interesting little tidbit that athletics were met with a lot of resistance when they started back in the early part of.
There was some resistance in the community about that. I believe there was a couple pastors, I think from up around Mound Ridge even, that were writing letters.
Yes.
Scathing letters. I've seen them. They were not very happy.
One of the biggest arguments was that it was going to lead to cheerleading, betting, and not being good stewards of discipleship on Saturday or Sunday because they'd be too tired from Saturday games.
Well, I mean, are
Runners
they wrong?
go. Gutierrez.
Oh. That was close.
Pena taking second base on the double steal.
So I'll give them both stolen bases on that one.
And they move up. The runners move up 90 feet.
Does Cloud get a stolen base?
I think they both do.
Fielder indifference to him, he went down to second base.
They both were off running
You know
up the
what I
pitch,
mean?
but they were both running on the pitch. I think they're both stolen bases.
Doesn't matter when they run.
Kenny misses upstairs and
I'm
count
still
3
gonna
balls.
give it to him, but there's a baseball argument: is when do you call it fielder indifference versus stolen base? Because some people just call it stolen base all the time.
Right,
It's
and
not
it's
necessarily
not.
true.
It's not. That's right. Count 3 balls, no strikes. There's a pitch on the inner half to Gutierrez, and they count 3-1.
Okay, when was the best season that you remember of
Oh,
Heston
that's
College
tough.
baseball?
That's tough
Best
because
season? 1998.
That was the year I was born.
That's the year that I was a sophomore.
Fly ball, right center field. Joel Ogletree camping underneath it. Play at third base possibly. It'll be a sacrifice fly.
Yep.
And Gutierrez gets a ribby for himself. And it's 8-4. Tonkawa over the Larks.
So sacrifice RBI for the second out.
What was so special about 1998 besides me being born?
Well, I mean, we actually did
host the district.
We hosted the district. We were in it. We
won regional.
We
hosted
beat our
district.
arch rival Central 3-0. So badly.
That's Central and McPherson before they were a 4-year.
So badly that they were taking their cleats off in the 5th inning before the game was even done. There were guys in the dugout packing up. They were supposed to play 4 games against us too, and they only played 3. That was a lot of fun.
Host the district up here, yeah.
That was a blast. I don't know if that's really the best season.
I think that's one of the better ones.
That's one that I remember.
The 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss from Rutledge.
Yep. Well, and to be fair, Kyle and
Rob
have, just like.
I knew where you were going.
They've both had some very good seasons here. Actually,
one of Rob's team was within 3 outs of going to the NJCAA World Series.
That's right. Coach Mullet had some great seasons as well.
Chopper on the ground.
How long did Art coach?
30 years.
30 years here.
And they count 1 and 2.
And he did get a team to the World Series, I think, when my sister was here back in 1990? Something like that, 91? I'm not sure.
And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
No. It would have been like 88 or 89. Sorry.
That one downstairs. And the count evens up at 1 and 2. Moves to 1 and 2. I thought it was 1 and 2 already. No, it's 2 and 2. I thought it was even. Rutledge had a pretty busy day. A pair of doubles and a single.
How about the wildest way that we've seen a game end here?
We've seen a couple. Swing and a miss. Rutledge goes down. Northern gets a run across. We've played 5.5. Tonkawa, Northern Oklahoma, Tonkawa 8. Heston College 4. We're back after.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance, and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric in well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Heston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Heston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Heston College BSN student. Learn more about the Heston College nursing program today.
And welcome back to Oswald Field. Bob Fujimura coming to bat.
We could dig pretty deep in the history if we wanted to.
We could. But we could also get off topic really quickly.
We could get very boring pretty quick.
Larks trailing 8-4. They tacked up 4 in the third, trying to get some runs across. And Bob, the guy who struck out twice,
to do here.
And Bob looks at one inside.
Oh wait, who's pitching now?
I believe this is still Wilson or Bridges.
Is this Wilson or Bridges?
Yeah, it's still Bridges.
Okay.
Bob, a chopper. That's foul, and I don't know if you want to hit it at Joey Pena for third base. He's had a great day back there.
I'd recommend leaving him alone. Try picking on somebody else. Pena's played a pretty solid third base.
Done a great job over there at third bag. Bob, there's
Or
a
do
base
that.
knock.
That'll work.
Bob with a frozen rope out there to left field.
We will certainly accept that piece of hitting.
And that'll bring up Nicholas Peter Frederick Platten.
Nicholas Peter Frederick Platten.
I get a
By
kick
his
out of
full name
Nikki.
now?
Yep.
I got a kick out of Nikki.
Oh, do you?
I just don't see it. I don't get it. That one doesn't make sense to me.
What?
Nikki.
Well, his name's Nicholas.
I know, but I've never heard anyone call him that.
Well, we can do whatever we want. I'll call him Nikki up here all the time.
We can give anybody nicknames.
We've
at
done
any
Nikki
time.
right up the middle, and a snag,
my.
a great play over there.
Oh, my.
In time, what a play by the second baseman Rutledge with a flip
That was a good play.
to Gutierrez.
Kyle's going to go out there now.
Kyle's going to go talk. It was awfully close at first base, but give Rutledge the diving snag, glove hand flip to Gutierrez at short.
So that's a 4-6-3 double play, right?
I believe so. Kyle is talking things over there at first base, at first base, and Kyle has been run.
Wow, really? So the Oklahoma coach can run out there and argue with you for 5 minutes, but he says two things and he gets run?
What does that mean?
Kyle has been thrown out of the game.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's an injustice. I'm not sure that was called for. Because what would Kyle have said?
I don't know, but it was a close play over there.
That's ridiculous. Honestly. Throw the Oklahoma coach then out if he's going to be out there for 5 minutes talking to you.
Yeah, Kyle's not a.
Kyle,
no,
he's
he'll
a
go plead his
guy.
He'll go plead his case in a fairly reasonable manner. I don't know.
I've seen worse.
And I don't see him saying any magic words.
No.
He's not that kind of guy.
No.
So I would like that umpire to come up here and explain himself.
Would too.
You come up to the press box right now.
So what now? What happens now?
Well, Thomas now will be acting head coach for this game and the next one.
What?
Yeah, Kyle's done for the day.
Kyle's done for the day. He'll have to serve a 1 or maybe 2 game suspension.
That's a ridiculous thing. What in the world? I mean, seriously. I mean, sir, come up here and explain that. What is the need for that?
So the double play results in 2 outs and Kyle being removed.
I've never seen that before. Wow.
And a curveball in.
And normally, you know what?
Has he been thrown out before?
No. In fact, I don't think Heston College head coach has ever been thrown out.
And normally I would be mad at the coach for something like that, but
I know Kyle
he's
too. Yeah.
not going to say something that's deserves to be run immediately.
That's ridiculous. I'm shook. If I was not up here, I would be down there.
Foul ball.
It's a good thing that we're up in the press box and we're not above the first base dugout.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
And the 0-2 now to Logan Dryden.
Well, that really kills the vibe of the game.
It does,
It
right?
really does.
And for it's tough to know exactly what happened. Besides that, we can't really hear what's going on out there.
So, this wait a second.
That one fouled back and out of play.
So even after missing the next game, he'll have to miss another game.
I don't know if it's a 1 or 2 game suspension if you get tossed, but I know it's an automatic 1 for sure.
So this wouldn't count as the 1.
No, it's
the next one would count as
sure. So he's done for today for sure.
Yeah. That's on the ground to the shortstop Gutierrez. Backhand stop, throw across, and Long can't come up with it. And Logan aboard after the error, the first Northern error of the game.
I'm going to give the error to the first baseman on that one.
And that'll bring up Josh Stivers.
Maybe that'll get the Heston bats going a little bit.
And Josh takes a strike from Bridges. And the count 0-1 to Josh. Josh Fouls one back and out of play.
And you know what? One more thing about that getting run. You know why I know that he probably didn't say anything that bad? Because he didn't turn around and get in his face after he got run. A lot of coaches, they're like, oh, you're going to throw me out? I'm going to take advantage of the situation. Kyle is like, oh, okay.
Josh chases upstairs.
And walked off.
Yeah.
He did not make a fool of himself afterwards.
Larks go quietly in the 6th.
So, here we go. I'm done. I'm done with that now.
I'm not.
Larks trail at 4 back after this.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Heston College BSN student. Learn more about the Heston College nursing program today.
Kyle's not going to do anything. I mean, that's why it's even more when he turned around, he's like, are you kidding me? What just happened?
You actually ran me?
Yeah. Where'd you drop?
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's...
And welcome back to the top of the 7th here from Oswald Field.
Well, there goes a white truck, Russ. That's not... Is that white or
no? That's
dusty?
Not. No, that better not because they're an
truck.
hour late to get the boat down there. It has to be
okay.
to the boat doctor by 4 o'clock.
Oh.
They were supposed to leave about 1, so we must have missed it. This is Tanner Long, the first baseman.
Get your boat fixed, man.
Hey, that's important stuff, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Get it fixed.
I broke it. We're gonna fix it. I didn't really break it.
It was a 100-year-old motor, so.
No, the motor's. I mean, it's not quite 100.
How about
That's
that?
not it. It's gone. Trust
Okay.
me. It better be. They should be back by now. Curveball
Nice
drops
pitch.
in for a strike to Long. And the count 0-2. Kenny getting some extended work here in the 7th.
Is. Well, he's been pitching very well. And, that pitch right there just kind of shows what he's been doing.
The 0-2. Long goes down swinging.
Long stepped in the bucket on that swing, too.
Actually, there's an interesting article out there about how some of the hitting philosophy is teaching people to go with what they know and step in that.
Step in the bucket?
Yes.
Except that you're not going to,
I know. It goes against everything that I've ever been taught or learned about baseball.
Ted Williams is turning over in his grave.
As Kenny starts off Francis with a strike.
Well, yeah, if you're stepping in the bucket, don't pull your head. That also happened on that
that's
swing.
true too.
Yeah.
The 0-1 on the way. Francis chases outside.
And plus, Kenny's throwing some
and the count 0-2.
pretty nasty pitches up there. That also makes a difference.
Swing and a miss, and Francis goes down. Kenny just mowing him down.
Yep. Bing, bing, bing.
His 5th strikeout so far.
My goodness.
And this will bring up Christopher Perez.
Normally we're talking about Jonathan Law having the strikeouts. But Kenny has been pitching out of sight today so far. 1 run scored off him, not earned.
That one popped up and out of play.
Oof.
That one missing downstairs. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Curve stays outside. The count now 2-1 now to Perez. Perez was hit by a pitch in the first, laid down a sacrifice bunt in the third, and flew out to center in the 5th as we're in the 7th. There's the outside corner from Kenny.
Nice pitch. That pitch has got some awesome action to it, as it looks like it's coming towards the hitter and then just floats away.
That's on the ground. Base hit through the hole left side. Perez has his first hit of the afternoon.
Thought about 2 for a bit, but holds him to a single.
And there's 2 outs here in the 7th for Cade Marlatt.
Marlatt hitting .440 on the year. He's got the 8 home runs, 31 RBIs. Another very dangerous Maverick.
And Marlatt takes a strike on the outside half.
That's been a strike all day.
Runner going. And the 1-1 coming up here.
Oh.
I count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Ooh, he did
chases the high cheese, and the count now even 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Man, I think his eyes got really wide when that pitch was coming in and realized, wait, no. He just couldn't help himself.
Swing and a miss.
Nice
Tipped
pitch.
in the glove, and Marlatt goes down. We've played 6.5. Larks trail 8-4. Have to get something going here.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ. I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet.
And welcome back here to Oswald Field. Kalen Haynes coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Larks with a little work to do. They trail 8-4. And Bridges deals, and Kalen Haynes fouls it back. Kalen Haynes, Jeremy Deckinger, John Law all do up this game. Kalen pops it foul. And out of play.
Yep. Out of bounds.
No, out of play. Not this again. Not this
now
again.
I say it just to get a rise
I know it. I know exactly what you did, and I jumped right at it. Count is 0-2 now to Kalen. Kalen hit a home run, was hit by a pitch, struck out. So he's 1 for 2.
Hit a laser out there to right center.
Curveball drops in for strike 3. Backdoored Kalen.
Man, that's a nasty pitch.
And that brings up Jeremy Deckinger.
That frozen. Yeah, get about that.
Deck's 0 for 3.
I never had an umpire at this level that didn't have a strike zone that was off the plate.
And Deck inside, that pitch inside to Deck. Deck on the ground with the shortstop Gutierrez. Going back, Gutierrez can't come up with it, and
Tough
Deck
play.
aboard after the error.
That went right up his arm.
And that brings up Jonathan Law.
Tough play for Gutierrez over there. The Marshal. Stepping in.
And that one, the curveball misses to the Marshal. 8-4 the score. Larks trailing with 1 out and a runner on. Bridges' curveball stays too far outside, and the count now 2 balls, no strikes. John Law pops it straight up a mile high. Long run for everybody. That could be caught in a nice play out there. Yeah. Yes, it was by Rutledge tracking it down as
run.
Wow. That ball had trouble written all over it.
That was give Rutledge credit. That was an incredible catch. He went a long ways. Ever? Wow.
I think now 2 outs here for Cooper Morgan. Cooper, hot shot. Ooh. That's just foul. As the count 0-1 here to Coop. Coop 2 for 3. A pair of singles on the day.
Mm-hmm. It's been some nice hitting so far.
Oh, Coop chases the off-speed pitch.
Yeah, that.
And the count 0-2. Jazz, did you find your earring?
I think that was a curve, but it looked like a change.
We'll find
possibly.
It. It's fine.
You lost your earring?
No, I lost the back to it.
Oh, the back to it. I thought you lost the actual earring.
No,
that's gone.
Okay.
You'll never get that back.
We can find it. That one too far inside. Hits Coop.
Yep. Skimmed his jersey. And the Larks will take runners at this point. I'd like to get a merry-go-round installed here. Just get that
bring
running.
up Joel Ogletree.
I'd like to see the bird merry-go-round. No. No.
Stop. Just stop. 2 outs here. And Joel takes a strike on the inside half. The 0-1 delivery from Bridges. Stays a little low.
Stays low, yep.
And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 coming up as Bridges steps off with Coop over there, or Deck over there at first or second, whatever base that is behind the pitcher's man. Second.
The roomies.
Having a little trouble over there, Russ?
Yeah, all kinds of trouble. Don't mind me.
Back.
And Deck dives in.
Yep.
Count 1-1 to Joel. Joel 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a ground out. Bridges deals. Joel, a little chopper. That'll is gloved by Gutierrez. I thought that could get through.
I thought maybe it was going to, too.
And that will do it. At the end of the first game, Larks lose 8-4. We'll be back with game 2 after this.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places, and it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ. I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.